My name is Greg Goshorn. I'm with Mapping Your Marketing. I'm an AI strategist, an AI trainer, an AI consultant, um, AI plus human. You always got to have a human in the loop. We've done a lot of teachings and trainings here in Tech Corner and out in the world. And one of the things that I'm doing, and a little ask and a celebration, is I've had several people in here do this already, but I put a link in. I'm building out a new AI focused site and looking for some reviews. We're looking for that social proof from the tribe here. So if you haven't hit that link, and with that said, today we got another good one for you folks. So a lot of you all I know are already using AI for some stuff, and a lot of it's text and a lot of it's maybe blog content and text content in the chat GPT and other worlds. We got some stuff for you today that makes spectacular output, colorful, rich, well-crafted presentations, like kind of like slide decks or flyers and of different kinds, and but super easy. And man, I'm using it all the time for my output. Ooh wee, look at this.
That was a tough choice today.
You know,
Yeah.
we're so blessed. There's so many things, right? So excellent. We will jump right in here. Everybody, AI users, right?
Yeah.
Shut up, Dustin. We're good friends. We bust chops in here. And so this one is really slick. There's actually a few. This might swell to a week or two. And what it is. So sometimes we end up getting like this text output from a lot of these chat engines, right? But then we want something pretty to show customers, right? And so this is gosh, just about as good as it gets of what I've seen. So without further ado, let me tee up a share. Does anybody have a presentation thing in AI world that you're using right now?
I've
No,
used
I'm
a
not.
handful of them.
Yes. So this one is right here. We'll paste the link in the chat. Called Gamma, right? And where is the chat? There it is. Gamma.app. And we've done just really, really simple projects. I'll show you one, and then we'll do one, right? And so I've put in just a very limited set of content. And in this case, it made like eight slides, right? So it's like a PowerPoint, right? Or Google Slides, right? And I didn't put my picture in there. I had to fix that one. It's easy to edit in here, but I have just some really high level stuff that it picked up. Like these were kind of like three taglines I used together. It put them together. It took some content, matched it with images. Like I only changed one image in here. So it formatted it. It broke the content into related bytes, right? Made steps out of them, broke them up in different ways, right? So this one's on the right, this one's on the left, this one's across. So then all kind of on its own.
So, Greg, what was your input? Can we see that? This looks pretty good, but I'm curious what the input
It
was.
is, let's go back and see if we can tell what that was. I got one teed up here. Sometimes you can edit it. So here, there's live demo with a relatively new tool. to me. There should be, sometimes there's a sources section. This is all editing over here.
Greg, does it do animation too?
I suspect that it might. So let's just make one and I'll show you what it will do with something simple. So you can have tons of sources, right? You can point it, at an existing presentation, a doc, a web page, generate all kinds of stuff. What we've done.
Greg, could you link it to a Microsoft Word document, for example, an article you wrote, and will it kind of create automatically
I
a
believe it
PowerPoint?
will, and then that is exactly what I have
Okay.
teed up here. So I'm a Word guy, and so I have a spot on my website. You might have heard I'm talking about building out a new website, right? About this AI stuff that I've been doing a lot. So I have a little snippet from my site, right? And it's, to be clear, what is that? 250 words. I've got another thing that's about Greg. So let's just highlight all of this so we get some clarity, right? So less than 350 words. So let's copy this.
Is there a maximum of number of words?
I don't know, but what I've seen it
Okay.
do with like a very small amount is like make 8 slides, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to paste that stuff in here. And again, I'm using it on the presentation side. It has other kind of bells and whistles, right? So this is a slide deck, right? Good for live presentations and shareable decks. This one is creating a web page. And this one is for making printable pages, ebooks, PDFs. I don't know if you guys ever use like Designer with like 2 R's. It would take simple stuff and format it well. We're going to stay on point today and leave presentation clicked. So I had some small amount of content, 350 words, which is not a lot. It is essentially a few minutes worth of video, right? 150 words per minute of video. And so I'm going to leave this on medium so you could have it like really tighten it up or be more detailed, right? So we're going to go in the middle. We're going to split the difference on that. This is some of the stuff that I think I clarified when I set up my profile. And this is a great way you could customize on the fly, but this is kind of my target
Are
market.
you giving it any instructions on what you want, or are you just telling it to do whatever it wants to do? Like,
Well,
is this a sales presentation? Is this a demo? Like, it feels like we should give some direction for what we want.
I didn't say that. This is more like the audience and the tone, right? And I think some of this came from, there's a little bit of personalization in here, right? So we're just going to kind of go like next, just as an example, right? I think there's lots of ways to pick a couple of these things in here, right? There's a couple ways to do this. There's ways to do that. There's settings on if you have a certain image style. This is using a great under the hood image in Flux. And then I'm going with, we already picked the format. It's probably using my same style. I've been using that blue stuff. So right now it's going to do 8 cards. We could give it a little customization here, but I'd say let's just see what it does. We could do 1 or 2. If you guys can play along, I'm on the free version. You could go to Gamma.app. And like we talk about, get work done in the session. And so you can go into a bunch of these different styles, right? My style and brand is really kind of this dark blue, right? And a lot of these settings are really great. They're already, you know, the buttons are going to pop, right? The secondary buttons are going to pop a little less. Links are going to show up in orange. So yet another place to configure. We're kind of just going to go next to get to some output. And so I've used this for a couple of other things. I can tell you about a use case. So we've got another offer, and ironically, they didn't have much like customer facing presentation material. So I took some of their tech stock and scraped a couple of things from a website and made a great presentation. And they loved it. And it was just literally probably, what are we, a few minutes into the room here, right? And you saw it was 350 words. We have
Wow.
now 8 decks. It made each card using AI. It created imagery. Look, it's a partner. That's a partnership, right? This, I'm not, it's okay, but it does really have it broken out, right? I gave it literally like a laundry list of the right thing here. Like this.
Mhm.
Could you
Wow.
edit the images if you don't?
It made all the images.
Could you edit those though?
Absolutely. Like I can see one down here that I might just put my picture in, right?
Mhm.
So we can
So,
go.
Greg, are you able to download these presentations and move them to PowerPoint?
Yeah, absolutely. You could go up here.
Okay.
You share. You publish to the site. There's here it is, like export,
Export. Oh yeah, yeah.
right? So right to like a PDF, right?
Oh, interesting.
It's gonna. There's got to be a. I have replaced it. You see how what a pro I am, right? I have punched in that image, so styling, remove background.
What about that toolbar on the right, Greg, where it's
Okay,
there's like
so I
clip.
deleted it, right? And I think the toolbar on the right is for like the whole presentation. I was trying to stay
Okay.
specifically to
Oh, got
this
it.
one,
Okay. Thank
right?
you. Yeah.
I'm just going to work on my other screen here for a second. And find an image. So I ended up deleting image. I didn't see a way like to like replace per se. And most of them are great. I don't think I'm good. I would change, you know, some of the others. I'm just gonna find one here real quick. So what do you guys think? Can you see a place for this in your world?
Oh my God. Yeah. This is amazing.
Definitely,
Cool.
definitely.
Hey, Greg, I
Yeah,
don't know if I,
is it something you can? I'm sorry.
oh, sorry, go ahead, JP.
Is it something you could use to create infographics?
That was exactly my question, JP.
Well,
Right.
I think so. So there we go. So I deleted the image, and then it was an empty space, and there was a button for upload.
Right.
That's probably, I mean, let's keep going. I don't know that I have to change these other ones, right? I mean, look, that's time. I mean, I was blown away when I first saw this thing. I was like, I'll use this. I present this tomorrow.
Hmm.
So remember, this was just this.
It's amazing.
And this came from something I had already written, right? So you could come up with it. You could I probably used AI to create this, as far as like a blurb or some content for a page. I can see taking, newsletters or demos or, frankly, some of the content from Tech Corner or whatever. So really, I would probably use this with that punched in picture right now.
How long have you been using this? Is it just a few days or a few weeks?
Well, I am not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I did see that website part of it. I really was looking for something pretty, and I might even turn this into like a video. I don't know that this said video, but I know how to make video. I've been doing video for 10 or 12 years, right? I could take these slides and just even have them flip, and I could have some video like about, our AI solutions, right? Like you could put that into Canva as different slides in a deck, right? Or I might just take some of these images and put these images on my site. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'll show you one other one, and if you guys have a different one, we can do. I'm gonna just go back to the top here. Here we go, home button.
Hey, Greg, right there, it says you can import files. What kind of files can you import?
Okay, let's see if we can go back.
Sorry.
No, this is an interactive thing. This is an interactive demo. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know all the features of it. So here we
No,
are.
that was
So
that right there that answered the question, a thought that I had, whether or not you could seed it with a PowerPoint you already had and kind of use this to, either use that style or even that kind of verbiage to help you kind of craft something else in that same vein.
I got to
Which
tell you,
that's
these look better than any PowerPoint I ever made.
to be
Mine are
fair.
very straightforward and not
Somewhat.
that showy, kind of on purpose, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this stuff, look at all of these sources, right?
Yeah.
And I think I had just another short one. If you guys got one, we can point it at a site, if somebody want to be in a hot seat here.
Sure.
All right, who is that?
I guess. All right. Yeah, there you go.
You want to do one of those? You got a URL or something?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead,
Okay.
enter URL, and I'll tell it to you. I'll type it in chat so you can copy and paste it.
Oh, okay.
NXS.system.
All right, let's
There you go.
fire up the chat. There it is. Assume it's an HTTPS.
Yeah.
This is in beta. I don't even know that they had that when I've been playing with this for the last maybe week or two.
We shall see. Womp womp. All right, so maybe it can't do it from random websites. Maybe it has like a whitelist or something.
Well, did I do that right? HTTPS dot systems. Does anybody else have one they want to try? Or I mean, we could try another file. Are you doing it on your own? Hopefully people are quiet. They're making their own right now, right?
I just did one if you wanted to see.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can put the link on the chat.
Yeah, let's share.
Okay.
Okay.
No, we'll also try it with a big website like maybe IBM.com. See if it gets overloaded.
Oh boy. So this is Mr. Ken's playing along right in the session. I love it. Now, what did you use for your source, Ken?
I have a monthly webinar, and this
Okay.
is one that just happened last week. And that's the title. And I just copy and paste the PDF, about 400 words pasted in there. And then it just
Okay.
I didn't touch anything, nothing.
Okay. Look at that. That image looks amazing. Financial records. I mean, do you like all these breakouts, right?
Yep.
Invoices, receipts, forms. Very professional.
So the subject is basically what you need to prepare for filing your tax next year.
Okay, right here.
Yep. And
Okay.
then the rest is just follow the
So
PDF
here's your
that I
foundation. And then you're digging in. So income, expenses, right? Payroll.
Yep.
What are you guys thinking? This is beautiful, Ken.
All you need is just 300 words and that's it.
I know, and we were just next. Did you go medium, right?
Medium.
Okay, you can change your tone, you can change
Yep.
your audience. There's a plan. So there we go. I would say it looks amazing. What I do, and I suggest that people do, is in your upload is have a call to action and have like a website or something for them to do, right? I know you just copy and pasted and this thing looks killer. I'm just thinking like big picture, we always have a way for them to take action and contact us, right? So you could probably, if you had that at the bottom of your text.
Oh, that's the only one I did not copy and paste. I mean, in my presentation.
Gotcha.
Slide.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I would just say like, I want to see this. How do I get in touch with this guy? Right. What do you guys think? Anybody else got one they did? You want to show?
And the PowerPoint export is excellent, actually.
Okay. Excellent. I was thinking about mine. It's like I could just have this on the screen, do a screen record and just narrate over it, right? Just talk and talk about these points as an easy, low-hanging fruit way to get some, multimodal content out of it, right?
So are you saying can it generate like a presentation script as well for each of the slides?
I don't know, but
Okay.
being a deck, like I'm sure Ken would probably, this is his deck, so he would know what to say, right? You basically would just
sure.
basically like give your presentation while you're recording the screen.
Yeah.
And then scroll, right?
Yeah.
They're thinking out of the box, like this is neat. How am I going to use it, right?
Yeah.
And how could somebody easily use it?
So, Greg, a question I had earlier was, can you use this also to create an infographic?
That is a great question. Let's go back to Val, do you have your hand raised?
Yes, I just wanted to clarify, when you said screen record and talk through it, as you scroll down, you're going to be talking, you screen record so that you could actually use that again where what you said was already recorded, and it can almost be like a presentation that you could share that when you aren't even talking. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, yeah. So Ken could just use Loom or Camtasia or Screencast-O-Matic, right? And again,
Gotcha.
it could be more than one way to do stuff. But
Yeah,
my sign right here says done is better than perfect. So if I would be like, this is great. How do
yeah,
I get this out in some way, right? You know,
I love
by the
it.
end of the week, in the
Yeah,
next day or two or whatever, like you could just easily have this up.
yeah,
And it's like,
cool.
record this part of the screen and look at this. Yeah, we figure you could probably size it, who knows, but you could just literally just have that up and go, hey, welcome to today's essential business documents for tax preparation training. We're going to go through a bunch of stuff today. It's going to tell you exactly what you need. It's not daunting. We're going to give you some crucial elements. It's going to make it smooth and easy. So let's go. And you can talk about that. Okay, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
The next thing,
thank you.
the way you gotta, it's like you got something in, I would say if 20 minutes, you have a slide deck and a video. Are there better ways? Sure. Anybody else got one to show?
Yeah, I just created one using a prompt. All I did was just give that like a paragraph, and
Okay.
it's unbelievable.
You want to share it? You want to throw it in
Sure, yeah.
chat? I'm using my phone and I have an answer that yes, Gamma app can be used to create infographics. It's as an AI powered presentation tool, charts, visuals, and presentations, which are key components of an infographic. You can, we're gonna get out of here in 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna be kicked out in just a few seconds. Yeah, but
yeah,
I mean,
look at that.
Like, I mean, it just like talks made build. It's really nice. Like, I'm thoroughly impressed.
I know, super great stuff. Imagine what we can do when we learn how to drive this thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous
Oh,
because we already have a presentation, but I just want to see how this would compare to ours, and I mean, it's pretty damn good.
I'm telling you, this stuff is gonna supersede the stuff
Wow.
I've been making.